You're live, you're live. What's going on, people? What's going on? David here, the mediapreneur. I'm excited about what we're going to be going over today. It's going to be a lot of value. You of that. So I'm going to give people a second to join on. But if you are here, would you please put in the chat box where you are coming from? Where you from? What your business is? You'll see below there. So put in that little chat box where you are coming from. That's what we're going to do here today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking some time out to invest in yourself, and one that can pay off mightily if you apply the concepts that we're about to go over. Yeah. You know what, we're going to have, I want this to be interactive. It'll be in a second here. You're going to see a box up here in you how we can. So we're gonna give people a few more minutes. Where you're from, let me know what your business is or what type of business you're looking to get into. That. So let me know down below. Okay. So let me put this up here. No. Hopefully you all can see that okay. Let's jump right here. So, okay. Add this here. All right. Okay. So, in the chat box below, there should be a chat box below on your screen there. The chat, so we can go back and forth and have conversation. So please avail yourself to that. We can engage one another, and you can gain from this experience, and hopefully get your question real time. all about engagement. It's all about interacting. That's what I'm going to do here. So I appreciate you all for coming, all for logging on and taking some time out to spend with little old me here. I have to share with you, and it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of value given, and a lot from it. I'm not just saying that; I mean it. Everyone who comes on these webinars, gets a lot. So, if you can, chime into the chat roll. Some people are not using the chat roll. Some are. If you can, if you're by a computer, you see the chat roll, please log in below the option for Twitter, for whatever medium you want to put in. So we got Hussein. So we got a good amount of people here, but I just want to make sure everybody's using. If you can, sign into the chat roll. That way we can engage. Yes, that way we can engage. So I'll give everybody a few seconds, some time here, so you can get connected. Okay, got some other people. Nolan coming on, another viewer. Good, cool. Got roll, great. So if you can, if you're in the chat roll, please wear your name and your business, where you're from, your name and your business. You put that in the chat roll for me. Appreciate it highly. Your name and your business. I want this to be as interactive as possible. Where you're from, your name, and your business. Give everybody another second here. Oh, Capri Sims, awesome. Welcome. Nolan, Baltimore. Founder, CEO, Plumline Consulting. Welcome. California. No problem. I'm really comfortable. This is going to be a good session, a lot of value, a lot of information that you're going to be able to apply immediately today. So this webinar is really not, I hate to even call it a webinar, because you're really going to be taught. You're really going to be taught principles that are going to help you take your business, your coaching, your consulting, all that you do, apply the concepts that I share here today. I guarantee you will gain value. Okay, so without further ado, let's grew up in a very strict household. I'm grateful for my parents, thankful for my loving parents who really pushed me. At the same time, it's something that, you hear me okay? I'm getting some feedback that so let me know if you guys are experiencing some issues on your end. Everything is good to go. So if you can put in the chat box, if you can hear me okay, just in the chat box, if you're having trouble, just say no. Yes, if you can hear me okay, and no, if you can't. Is going in and out. The connection is getting better. It was horrible. Thank you, Hussein. Thank you guys for the feedback. It's good. All right, so I'm gonna see how I can tweak it and make it better. Um, let me let me try this. Let me try this for you. Hopefully, this makes it better. Okay, I just closed some other windows and things of that nature. Let me know if that works, if that's better. Hopefully that's better for you. Perfect, 7 out of 10. Not perfect. Thank you for the update. Much appreciated. Um, it's probably something going on with the internet. But, technology, there's always something you got to fix. But however, we're going to make sure that you got as much value as possible. And if there are any other issues, what will happen is I will make sure that you get a recording slides at the very minimum. So either way, you're going to leave with what you came for, right? You're going to leave with the get. So as I was saying, I grew up in an African household, very strict household. My parents put one of four ways. Said you could be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, or an accountant. Really, those are the only things you can become. What ended up happening is I thought I was going to be an engineer. My natural bend was I was good with technology. Thank you guys for Hussein. My natural bend was towards you know fixing things and solving problems, and I was very fidgety as a kid. So that was my natural thinking. So what ended up happening is that pushed me to go into engineering school and engineering classes, and I declared my major as an engineer my first year. And year, I absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. I said, I can't do this for the rest of my life. So I decided digital media, and that you got to remember this is around 2005 or so. Digital media. Now you say digital media, everybody knows what that is. But back then, nobody knew really what that was, and very few people thought there was even any promise in it. So my mom would often say, like, "Well, you're going into in it." That's what she thought. So I had to write her a letter because I couldn't even speak to her. She wouldn't even give me a chance to speak and tell her my thoughts. So I wrote her a letter, said, "Hey, Mom, I'm sorry. Live plan I know is set for me, a plan that flows with purpose, and I don't feel so. I'm not gonna flow in something that's not my purpose." So she was not understanding, but I still did it anyway, and I was helping friends of mine who were musicians, people that wanted to market themselves, and so I started by using MySpace pages and using different grow their MySpace following. I'm sure a lot of you remember MySpace. If you remember the MySpace days, type in the chat box yes. If you remember the MySpace days, some of us don't, but the phase helping people with MySpace and Facebook not Facebook advertising, Facebook as a whole, right? Yes. Thank you. There was people that were in my build their presence. So, and after some time, it got really good at it. And then I had small business people starting to ask, "Hey, for that business?" And I said, "Sure." I didn't really know that this was even a field or anything. I kind of was learning along. So what ended up happening was this: my my uh, uh, my opportunity came to work for a company called TerraCycle, and I was handling social media marketing for this company out in, and we were able to help them do some different things with their social media marketing. I was able to help a lot of different companies and um, a lot of different like Fortune 500 companies, and I'll go into all that later. But over time, what happened? It was just natural, and I built a business, and I ended up leaving. So I say all that to say you're in good hands. I'm good at things that will help you. I've been blessed and fortunate to be in the social media space for over 8 years. Different social media sites such as Sociable, Social Media Today, strategizing for Fortune 500 companies. I founded two companies, Kingdom Business Solutions and Kingdom Social Media. Kingdom Business Solutions is more focused on SEO, online presence, websites, etc. It's more equipped for businesses and helping people to maximize their Facebook advertising and things of that nature. As I said, I used to work as a manager for a company called TerraCycle, and here's a few things I've been fortunate to have along my journey. Some of the work there: Entrepreneur, Hootsuite, Yahoo, Dell, Huffington Post. I'll become a best-selling author in this past October, along with some other entrepreneurs who were featured in the book called Faith into Abundance, sharing different stories as a Christian entrepreneur and how to navigate through storms, because we all have things that come into our lives and situations. So I was fortunate to be able that surprised us all. We were able to beat out some people you may have heard of, Joel Osteen and Tim Tebow, that they were launching their books. So we were grateful for that, very grateful for that, and cool to be able to be a part of something that impacts people and touches people's lives. So that's my drive. That's what drives me: impact people, change lives. That's what moves me. So here are a few companies that I've worked with. Smaller, some are bigger, as you can tell. Variety of different organizations. Why do I share all this with you? I don't need any acclaim or anything of that nature. I share it for you so you can feel confident knowing I'm a finite guy. I've been doing this for a while. That can help you. I've helped others, and I know it can work for you. So that is the reason why I share with you. Jump in. There's a few things you're going to leave with today. If you stick through the end, which I highly encourage you to do, there will be different things that you will gain from this. I'm going to give you a lot of different tools, concepts, principles that you can apply in marketing, as well as different strategies you can use to leverage. I'm also going to present to you some information at the end that, if you'd like to learn more about how we serve clients and how we serve people, I'll give you that opportunity to learn more about that as well. So you will learn essentially how to build a solid online marketing foundation, components to an effective social media strategy. You'll learn how to leverage your Facebook cover page for lead gen. Learn how to build a targeted following on Twitter, and then put them into a system, into your database or your email marketing system. Learn how to lead magnet from scratch. You'll learn how to attract clients using LinkedIn, and you will also learn this hidden tool. There's some hidden tools that you can take advantage of. So we always have to start with the foundation. straight crumble tactics and strategies, but I want to make sure you have everything else working. So we're gonna cover the foundation, and then we're gonna jump into everything else. So your online marketing foundation equals your business foundation. And I think that once you have this set, then everything else becomes easier. So if that your foundation is your business foundation online, become easier. So there's a few questions you need to ask yourself, and a few questions that you need to get an understanding of. How does your service change or help others? Very simple question, but it makes all the difference. Change or help others, meaning that what is it that you do to help other people? I know some of you in here consulting, I heard sports. What else do we have? Training and nonprofit consulting, line consulting. So you have different fields. You have people in here I know that are not in the chat box that are also in coaching and speaking. To know what is the transformation that you provide. Some people are coming to you as a bridge to their future, whatever that future is. It may be more clients, it may be more quality, it may be more things in their lives, more entertainment in their life. Whatever that is, you need to know. Now, what are you actually selling? I ask people this question, and sometimes they get it wrong. When I say what are you actually selling, if I'm saying what are you selling, I want you to tell me your service. But what are you actually selling? I'm referring to your benefit. What benefit do you provide that is beyond what you're actually selling? For me, I sell social media confidence. I help people have confidence in their systems, in their social media, so they can not worry about it. A lot of people aren't confident that this will work or that will work, or how will I move this, or how will I get that right. I eliminate that by helping people to understand you can be confident in your system. So you need to ask yourself, what do you sell? If you do makeup, you sell makeup. You're selling beauty. You're not selling makeup. You're selling beauty. You sell food. You're selling pleasure. You're selling something beyond what you're actually selling. The component. What is your difference from other organizations? You need to know how you stand out. What makes you unique? You've probably heard this question millions of times, but it's really, really essential to know what's different about something. Everybody can get, a sandwich. Everybody can get a soda. But why are there so many types of sandwiches and so many types of sodas, and people buy so many types of sandwiches and so many types of soda? Because of the difference. What stands out for you? For me, my difference is this. My organization is focused on speakers, trainers, coaches, and consultants. When I started out, it wasn't like that. I was trying to help everybody. But the truth is, that's not who I want to serve. I don't want to serve everybody because I can't serve everybody. If you say your market is everybody, you're lying. Everybody. Nobody's called to everybody because not everybody has the same level of skill sets, the same level of bench. There's some people that don't like people just not because they've done anything wrong. They just don't resonate with them. So you need to know who resonates with you, and that's important. What is your story? What is your story as a brand? The first thing I started out with when we started on this webinar was I started sharing with you my story as a brand. I showed you how it came to being, how all this. It started from being a college kid and being forced in a different direction to flow with my passion. So you need to know what your story is. If you haven't written it out, if you haven't spoken it out, you start doing that. What is your why? What is your why? I always like to share what my why is because it's different than a lot of people. My why isn't really money or all these other things that might drive somebody. My why is really unique because I really want to see people operating in their fullest potential. I believe this: there's three phases to purpose. There's discovery, and then there's distribution. Right? The discovery aspect is what you discover, what you're good at, what you're capable of doing, how you're able to help people. Development aspect, which is developing what you're good at into mastery, becoming world class at it to where people want to uh, your service or knowledge. And then there's distribution. Distribute, you market that gift to the world. And a lot of people get the discovery part right. A lot of people get the development part right, but not a lot of people get the distribution part right. And the distribution part is the most, because it doesn't matter. Let's use an NBA player. It doesn't matter if you're the best basketball player and nobody knows you. You didn't have a scout to find you. You didn't distribute yourself. You didn't put yourself in the right places. You weren't at the right schools. You didn't let your talent, you hid your talent. You didn't show the world what you're good at. And this is where people fail, is they don't have a way to market themselves, their business. And that's what my why is. I hate seeing great, talented people doing awesome things and they don't have a way to distribute that gift to the world. That's what drives me. Who's your target audience? I shared that with you. I won't go over that, but it's similar to the question before, but it's my difference happens to be my target audience. But for you, your difference may be different from that. So you need to know what your difference is and highlight that. What does it cost you to acquire a new customer? You need to know this number. We'll dive into this a little bit more. But how much money do you have to spend to acquire one new customer? You'd be surprised at how many business people do not know this. So the first thing is having a plan, a social media plan for your goals. You need to have a plan. Social media, just like anything, needs a plan. And like the famous Ben Frank said it, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. He says it best. And I believe that a lot of people plan their lives. They plan different aspects of their lives. They plan here this weekend. They plan for their life insurance. They plan for their business. But I tell you how many people do not plan for their marketing. Yes, the chat is working. We'll be asking some questions here in a second. Hussein, thank you for checking in. So I want you to imagine your online presence 5 years from now. What will it look like? Consistency. You want to be the brand that everyone recognizes. And one of the fastest ways to build a brand is the slow way. Be honest. It's being consistent, letting people know that you're there week in, week out. You have to think like your favorite TV show. You know what everybody's favorite TV show. Actually, if you could put in the chat box, type in the chat box, what is your favorite TV show? I can use. So if you can please type in the chat box your favorite TV show. And I will use one of the examples that pop up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Jeopardy. I don't know Better Call Saul, Hussein. I am going to run with Hazel's. Thank you, Hazel. Jeopardy. So, no problem. Jeopardy, right? So Jeopardy is a cool show that's been around probably, I don't even know how many years, 30, 40, maybe 50. It could be somewhere around there. But there's something about Jeopardy is that really changed the formula. It's been the same show, consistent, day in, day out, and people have grown to love it. So it comes on just like a TV show does, comes on at the same time. I think that Jeopardy is daily. It comes on at the same time daily. Know when to expect it, and they know what to expect from it. Now, if you think about that, that's how our branding, our marketing should be. It should be like your favorite TV show. It should be like Jeopardy. It comes on at consistent times. Have this blog, or every month you have this, or every week you have this podcast episode, or every other day you have something on social media. Every Facebook Live or Periscope. That's the power of consistency. It builds that into someone, right? So once you have the consistency, there's another important component to helping you maintain that consistency, and that's having a social media strategy that you put in motion will help do a few things for you. It'll help provide direction, consistency. It gives you goals, and it gives you ability to measure. I like to say this quote all the time: what you measure multiplies. Multiplies. If you don't measure it, it doesn't multiply. As you set up your goals for your social media, I want you to seriously think about what you want your social media to do for your business. You should write those goals out, because you're 5 to 10 times more likely to achieve them by writing them out. Doesn't. It's a proven fact. So your website is your hub. Your website is your hub. That's the start. Whether there's a landing page, that is the foundation. That's the beginning. There's no other. That's online. That's your hub. So once you have your hub in order, which is your website, you need to have something you're offering, whether on your website or a landing page. Choosing what you're going to offer is simple. Something that you could do, like an ebook, a video lesson, a white paper, toolkit, checklist, guide, blueprint. A good example of this done well to mastery is HubSpot.com. I would study them. They have done this masterfully. So that's a very key component. So here is what I've decided to do for my grab or landing page, you could say. It's called the Ultimate Social Media Toolkit. I created it because I found that a lot of people, or not, actually, it wasn't a lot of people. It was initially me. I wanted a solution, figure out where all the social media tools were, all the free ones, and a guide so I knew what each of them did and each tool for, because there's so many tools out there. So I decided to create this, and it was a hit. People started downloading it, and they still continue to download it. It's something that helps people and benefits people, but I really created it because it was a problem I had. And honestly, I would have been willing to pay for it. That is a key right there. You should be giving away something to pay for, or others would be willing to pay for. Because when you do that, what happens is that you're giving value away. People know it's valuable, and then you build trust, you build your presence, and you get something out there. And if they have questions, they can come to you for that. So for free as well. You can grab my lead magnet at kingdomsocialmedia.com/toolkit, kingdomsocialmedia.com/toolkit, and you'll be able to grab that there. So one of the things, though, you need to have on top of that is an email pop-up opt-in onto your website. It's essential to have this. It's almost now to the point where you need to have it. It's not even a nice to have, it's a need to have. This is something that allows people to download your lead grab or your giveaway. People come to the site. So we'll talk about a few things pertaining to this. But I want you to remember this stat. People that visit your website will never return. I think I need to say that again. 70% of the people that will never return again. That's crazy, right? So let's just say hypothetically you spend all this money on advertising, on Google ads, on Facebook ads, and all this money is put out there, and you're driving all this awesome traffic. Have a way to capitalize on that traffic or maximize that traffic by grabbing emails and lead magnets. If you just have a website, you send all the people to a website, what good is that? You don't have a way to stay in contact. Now, all the time, and they're like, Dave, you're a social media guy. Why are you sharing this? So let me tell you what I share. I always tell people, get all your social media people media and onto your database, onto your email marketing system. When Facebook decides one day they're going to just, they've already limited a lot of their traffic organically, but what if they said, you know what, you're not going to be able to access your fans anymore at all? What if Twitter shut down all those followers you built? How do you gain access to those people? They're your followers on the platform, following you, where if you're not on the platform, they can still get information from you. Change their phone number before they change their email. I know people that have had the same AOL emails the 80s, or not 80s, 90s, early 90s. So I'm sure you can relate to that. I hope this puts that seed in your head that it's time to build my list, time to build my list and operate in a way that Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, none of these social networks can destroy. So when should, this is another cool thing that you can do. It's called exit intent technology. You may have seen this when you're shopping or you're going to a site and you're about to hit the exit button, boom, this pop-up appears. That's called exit intent technology. That's one of the cool things you can do with hooks. You can also check to see how many pages a viewer has visited. So say a visitor comes and they viewed 3 pages, they're a lot more serious than maybe somebody who's viewed 1. A condition, anytime they view 3 pages, boom, a pop-up appears. So there's all this cool stuff you can implement and add into your system. So that was really just the foundation. I mentioned to you we would go over foundation first. Now we're going to get into the meat of things. Lead generation system number 1. This, and I really encourage people to do this. It separates you. Your lead magnet should be promoted on your Facebook cover photo. You just get a graphic or hire a graphic designer to have you create a graphic design that incorporates magnet. So your lead magnet should be then, so you see in the bottom right there, it says learn more. When you click learn more on my Facebook page, they're going to go to lead magnet and they'll be able to join my database. So I share the stat with you for websites. 70% of people don't come back. 8%. Now here's a stat, and I'm going to do a little quiz and see if anyone knew this. Percent of people that come to your Facebook page never come back after they liked it. Type in yes if you knew that. Type in no if you did not know that. 92% come to your Facebook page after they like it, never come back directly to your page. Says we got another no from that. I think that's Jill. Yeah, no. So no. Okay. So I want you to realize that you have an opportunity here, because a lot of people don't know that stat. The way you can leverage that stat is this. You can take those people or the system and work it to your advantage. So if you know this stat, you'll know that if I arrange my cover photo for people to like it and lead magnet, they come into my email system. So I'm not saying you're going to get 100% of the people that come to your page to go through your lead magnet, but you've now increased your opportunity to connect with the people that are already trying to connect with you on social media. So this works in a couple of ways. This helps you organically, but this also helps you from an ad standpoint. So just if you did Facebook ads, for example, what's going to happen is a lot of times when people do Facebook ads, the people like to go and like the page that's doing the ad and go check them out. And then when they see this and this pertains to them and your lead magnet is awesome, that. So something to think about. What is a Facebook grab? It's just like what I talked about earlier. it's offers you an ebook, a white paper, some type of incentive to gain your email. And Facebook grab is the same thing. It's just built into the Facebook system. So a good example of that is a Facebook grab by Kim Garst, one of my mentors. She has put this incorporated that into it for a Twitter retweet ebook. There's another good example is Mari Smith. She has used webinars and things of that nature to put into her Facebook system. Another great tool to be able to do this, you can do it organically by utilizing static HTML, or you can utilize it by paying for a paid option of a Facebook grab. This is called Heyo. There's one called Heyo. There's one called Gross Social, where if you don't want to go through all the whole process, you just need to put your download in, and they would work things out for you. Here's another paid option. That's another example of Gross Social, showing you how they do theirs. But I want to really express this again, building thing. If you're not building your email list, then you're wasting about 90% of your marketing dollars and your efforts. You really need to build. That's the foundation we talked about. Building upon that will help you in everything. Here's another example. I did the same concept applies for Twitter. Twitter, me personally, is my biggest lead generation source. So if you drive people to see your lead magnet on Twitter, what can happen? The people you pin. Let me show you the next slide here. You pin your tweet, right? You pin your tweet like this, and you leave it up there for people to take advantage of. And I've left mine up there, as you can see, for almost left the same lead magnet up there, right? So that is something I've been able to do, and I encourage you to do. So here's some proven a proven 5-step list building process that you can do to build your list. First, identify your target audience. Second, create irresistible offers. 3, add a strong call to action. 4, have targeted landing pages. Build high converting forms. So how do you identify your target audience? As Google Analytics, you can use other software that's out there. You can do research, create irresistible offers, as we talked about, something that people will be willing to pay for, which you're giving away for free. Build a strong calls to actions using landing page software. I like to recommend a couple things: not Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages. I like a lot of them, but InstaBuilder. There's a couple things out there that you can use to take advantage. This is pretty cool. This is HubSpot's version of that. So landing pages, I had to pause right here on the landing page. So have you ever been grocery shopping, and I want to get some feedback from you all. Have you ever been and you did not buy the thing you meant to buy, but you bought a lot of other stuff, or you ended up walking out of there and you didn't go for what you initially came for? Can I get a yes if you did, and a no if you never had that experience? If you've gone grocery shopping, you tried to get something, and you're like, yeah, yes, I'm not the only one. Cool. This is a key concept. I'm going to get to your question too, who's saying This is a key concept that you need to really understand. Your website is like a grocery store, and there's so many items, there's so many things they can choose from, pick from, utilize. Now, your landing page is is like one focused aisle. You're driving people to a focused aisle. You're going down the cereal aisle, and maybe some other breakfast items, but it's very focused. So when you drive people to a grocery store, instead of driving people to a aisle, them confused. So they're going to go to your website and they're going to click on things, and then they're going to leave, and they didn't even come. They didn't put their information in. They didn't get. So this is why you have to have those pop-ups, as I talk about, to steer the conversation a little bit or guide people to the result. So what happens when you have a landing page is you eliminate all other distractions. Say there's only one thing, and a landing page should only have one thing it focuses on. If you went to mine for the toolkit, there is only one thing you can do, and get the ebook. That's it. I'm not talking about all the other aspects of what we can do. I'm talking about all the other great things we're able to help people with. And this is very important. So Marketing Sherpa's research shows that 94% of companies find pages to be effective. Targeted is the key. So when you target your landing page, you're going to have more success. So the last part is to build high converting forms. I want to get to Hussein's question. Lots of people unsubscribe from my email list every time I send out a blast. I feel like my blasts aren't good enough. Then Hussein, I need to dive deeper into what your blasts are. But here's something that you can do. This is part of it. You're going to have people unsubscribe. That's you can't change that, but you can decrease the amount of unsubscribes. And one of the ways to do that, make sure you're giving away something valuable that people can. So let me say, for example, you could offer to give people, like I know your business is in fantasy sports, some intrigue on it. Some, here are the top 10 secret strategies. With every email blast, incorporate something that gives extreme value, not just articles or things of that nature. Give something, and always lead with your headline as the thing you're giving value to. You're giving value. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Oh, you can want to repeat that, Jill? So I'll hopefully you can hear me now. What I'm saying is you should give value emails and lead with the thing. So if you're talking about 5 different things, give the thing value. Okay, your blasts are too much like ad and promotion. Yeah, it's not. You don't want to do too much ad promotion. You want to have a mixture, a good balance, right? You want to give value first, and then after share with them your products and services. 2 things you can do to drive traffic on Facebook that are very simple. You can do Facebook friend inviting. Advantage of this is very easy, but invite. Everybody knows to invite one friend or 2 friends or you invite your whole friends. Why not get 3 or 4 people close to you and have them invite their friends into your page? That's exactly what I did, and it's helped me to build Facebook pages. So you need to take advantage of asking 3 to 4 people to do the same thing for you, and they can get change in that, immediate growth in that. Then search all your friends and find the people that you want to add. Thing is that you can upload. A lot of people don't know this either. That you can upload all of your Facebook or all of your emails into your Facebook, and those people can be added as friends. Entire list. So if you have a list of 1,000 people, 10,000, I think the limit is you're only able to upload 5,000 at a time. Oh man, I can't do 5,000. Some people are like, man, I wish I had 5,000. So you can only upload 5,000 at a time, but separate chunks, right? So you just need to break it down. And you're able to do that with Facebook. The other thing that you can do, export your LinkedIn contacts. So I want you to put in the chat box if you knew. Type in yes, export all your LinkedIn contacts. Type in no if you did not know that you could export your LinkedIn contacts. Again, type in yes if you knew that you can export your LinkedIn contacts. Type in no if you did not know that. Okay, got a no. Yeah, okay, I'm saying I did teach you that one. And others who are, I know there's others here who are on, feel free to join the chat box here. We're having interactive conversations on the chat box. So what is really cool, what is really cool is that you can go into your connections with LinkedIn and export all of your LinkedIn connections. I don't know how long that's going to last. So I highly, highly recommend that you take advantage of this. Literally just go into your connections tab, go into the advanced settings, and you can see, just as you see here on my screen, onto the right, you can click export. Once you do that, you'll see all the ways you can export into a CSV file and bring those people into your database. Isn't that cool? I think it's great. One way. So believe it or not, that was only lead generation system number 1. Let's break down lead generation system number 2. So Facebook Fan Page Friday. Facebook Fan Page Friday, it's a way for people to share a link to their business page or connect with people interested in liking their page. It also helps people to find other businesses who might want to follow. So many people don't realize that there's a big networking party happening every single Friday on Facebook. And here's a quick example. This is one from 2014. If you can see there, you simply put a line of text or a couple lines of text just stating, what you're asking people to do. Facebook Friday, please share your fan page, network with new people, blah, 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 blah. I created a little graphic. I use a tool called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, that allowed me to put this together. And I was able to put this in motion, and I'll show you in the next slide the result thing. So just from that alone, about 110 comments, 79 likes, 4 shares, and I was able to network and follow up with each and every one of the people that I wanted to connect and follow up with. Some people may not pertain to how you guys work, but some people may. But my point is this: there is a networking party that goes on every Friday that most people aren't aware of. So, thank you for posting that, Hussein. Thank you for posting to canva.com. Most people aren't even aware of this, and it's going on every single Friday. We do a networking event, and it's a huge networking event, and there's so many potential people to meet, but you just can't meet everybody. You don't have the bandwidth. Some conversations you go into or last longer than others. This is your virtual networking experience that you do not about getting everybody's business card in the room or connecting with every single person. And this is the cool part. You can connect with multiple pages. So what happens essentially is that somebody will post something like I just posted here. They'll say, hey, my name is Cindy, or my name is John, and I own a trucking business, or I own a salon, and they tell me about what they do, and then what happens is I can comment, so I can post this on my wall, and then people will interact with me there. And then I can go to other people's walls and interact with them there and post my information, and then they can connect with me, and I can connect with them. And then it can lead to appointments. It can lead to consultations, and it's led to that for me many times over. So that I'm sharing with you all so you can take advantage of. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving value, something that, how many, a show of hands, I know you can't raise your hand, but tell me yes if you page Fridays, and tell me no in the chat box if you did not know about Fan Page Fridays. If you knew about it, no if you didn't. So, okay, no. Okay, so a couple no's there. They're not on the chat box. This is probably the same for you. So I advise everyone to this Friday, tomorrow. All you need to do is go into Facebook, type in the hashtag Facebook Friday or Fan Page Friday, and you'll see how you can network and connect with the people that are in there, right? So here are some simple strategies, simple rules for creating your Friday and getting the best out of your networking experience. Get a graphic, post a graphic, search Fan Page Friday using the hashtags, pages you like, follow up with them via direct message, letting the page owners know. So this is my homework for you. I know you didn't come on a webinar to get homework, but homework. So I just either set up a Fan Page Friday, set up a Fan Page Friday, and then post at least 50 messages on fellow fan pages that you like to align with, and then follow up with 50 to 60 pages that you liked. So the annual, this is now we're gonna dive into lead generation system number 3. Average salary on LinkedIn is $107,000. Type in yes if you knew that, no if you did not. Yes if you knew that the annual salary on LinkedIn was $107,000. Type in no if you did not know that the annual salary was that high. Okay. No. Okay. I'm sure it's the same again for a lot of you that aren't in the chat box. But here is the thing. Mind-blowing, isn't it? I mean, think about that. The average annual salary. So the people that are on LinkedIn, most everybody, it is B2B, it is more professional service-based, but there are people that you can connect with who probably can afford your services and some. Just something to think about, put into motion that you can spend some time on. So another question for you: on which social network? I want you to type in Facebook or LinkedIn. On which social network can someone who can use some? Sorry, on which social network can someone see if you viewed them or not? Facebook or LinkedIn? On which network can someone see if you viewed them or not? Facebook or LinkedIn? Just type in which one you think it is. You can type Facebook. If it's LinkedIn, you can type in LinkedIn. I'm Hussein, LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn, good. Yeah, LinkedIn. Okay, so good. The answer is LinkedIn. Correct. In a moment, hang on to that truth, because I'm going to share with you something you probably didn't even think of doing for your marketing. So if I could increase your chances of your target marketing noticing on LinkedIn, I'm sure that'd be worth it to you, right? I type in yes or yes. Why use LinkedIn? So there's a couple of reasons. Managing your profile and your professional reputation, leveraging your existing network, getting found and finding resources, and communicating with business professionals. So here are a couple of things that I want you to be able to think about. I really want you to think about fine-tuning your profile and building your network, and then also utilizing LinkedIn's advanced search. First impressions are so key on LinkedIn, right? People want to do business on LinkedIn. There is Facebook. So here's the thing about Facebook. On Facebook, people aren't coming to do business. They're coming to learn and entertain. On Twitter, people are coming to get the hottest news or the quickest news, and they're coming to get information quickly. They're not coming there necessarily to buy, to engage in business like that. On LinkedIn, people are coming to do business. That's what they do on LinkedIn. Make connections, establish things. So your first impression is very important. Your value proposition is very important, and making sure you have a client-centric profile. We're going to tap into that. So if you did a Google search on your name, most likely you're going to see LinkedIn as one of the top searches. The first one is, as you see for this, Betty Hines is her website, and then your LinkedIn is the next thing that pops. Her LinkedIn is the next thing that pops up. So she looks like she has two, and then her Facebook appear in most cases higher than your Facebook. So when business people are looking you up, they'll look at they'll Google your name, or they'll go into LinkedIn and type you into LinkedIn. I know I do it all the time. I go to networking events, and it happens. People I just met, they look me up in LinkedIn. It's kind of like to see if you really are who you really are, and can I learn more about you. So here's some things that you must have in order on your LinkedIn: your profile photo, your headline, and your summary. Your profile photo, your headline, and your summary. These are key components that must be in order. Don't be Mr. or Mrs. Incognito. Do not be Mr. or Mrs. Incognito. I want you to be honest and type in the chat box. Say yes if your profile looks like this. Say no if it doesn't and you have a photo. So in this case, yes if you have no photo for your LinkedIn. No if you do have a photo. Oh, no. Good. In this case, no is good. Good. Hopefully you guys can still see my screen. Hopefully, okay. Good. No is good. No, okay, no one says no. Okay, good. Everybody gets an A on that in the chat box. Hopefully you guys that are on the chat box, you don't have it like this. There are some profiles we're going to look at. And you're going to see some different examples of people photos. Some correctly, some not so well. So the first one on the top left, she is a good photo. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. The next lady, I think this is like an ideal type of photo here. It's a headshot. It's professional, clear background. Elena Robinson has a great profile photo. Maurice Mintz, the third one on the right. Great photo. Professional, good first impression, and they're smiling. The reason I didn't like the first photo is that she's not really smiling. You want to smile at people. You want to see your friendliness. The fourth photo, as you can see, has no photo. That's the Mr. Incognito over there. No, out of all these people, I am sure you wouldn't do business with Mr. Eric Watson because you can't see Eric Watson. Rule of thumb, you don't do business with people you can't see. James, James has a photo, but his head is cut off. So I'm probably going to eliminate James if I'm going to try to do business from somebody if I'm comparing resources, right? Bill Gates, man, he can do whatever he wants. He's Bill Gates. I'll work with him any day. The next lady, she's wearing some athletic gear. Like it looks like she's an athlete of some sort. In that case, she's fine, right? That's if she's an athlete. If she's not and she's dressed like that, then maybe it's not the best for her. Though he has my namesake, still can't work with him. He looks like he's taking the photo in the bathroom. It's a little different. Just not the best look, for if I'm looking to do business. Randy Zuckerberg, nice background, very unique. I think I can work with her, and same thing with Fred. So this in a heartbeat, people are judging you and me, just that your profile, or they see you on your LinkedIn. So you need to make sure that's in motion. The second thing you need to have correct is the LinkedIn profile headline. So your headline should not be, oh, I am at so-and-so, or I'm CEO and founder of architectural this. That's not what you want to do. This is how the lady has put it. Karen has put it. She's focused on her client, right? So helping residential contractors attract architects and homeowners. That's the way you want to do it. That's the way she's done it. You want to make sure that you highlight who you're helping, highlight who's from you. So what you got to remember, when people are on LinkedIn, they're coming to look to do business. So I'm not searching to find out about your experience or how awesome you are, even though I know you're awesome and I want you to be awesome. I'm coming to learn how you can help me, how you can help me more than I want to know about your how awesome you think you are, right? That's the truth. Another example, Brittany Castro, founder and CEO of Financially Wise Women, certified financial planner for entrepreneurial women and professional women. She clearly calls out who she's helping and how she can help them. Is a grade A plus, headline, because she's talking about who she can help. So you need to highlight who you help rather than trying to share what you are. Yeah, I know this is a little difficult to swallow, but it's the truth. This is how things get done, and I'll share a case study so you can hear that. So what we do, this is a good formula for your shot. This what we do, why it matters, all about you. Bottom line, who are we? Website, a free 15-minute initial web consultation. You see how that does that? It's not about our company was founded in blah, 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 blah. And we do blah, 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 blah. Nobody comes to check out somebody's profile to hear blah, 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 blah. And remember, everybody's tuning into one radio station, IFM. What's in it for me radio? That's what everybody's listening to. And they want to know what's in it for them. What does your profile have to do for me? How can you help me? That's what we're selfish. That's sadly, but that's how we are as humans. We're selfish, and we don't want to know about how awesome somebody is. We want to know how they can help us get where we want to get faster, better, or more efficiently. So your LinkedIn profile and your summary should be treated as a sales letter, not as a description of your experience. So here's a formula for a good summary. It's just a short little formula. You know how blank companies are looking for blank? I do this because of this. Using this formula, it's a simple way to share with them what I do for who I serve and help, and I do this because of blank. That's key. So I want to tell you a quick thing. If you don't have I don't know if you're paying for the LinkedIn service. If you have at least the free membership, you're allowed to see the last 5 people who viewed you. With the premium, you can see everyone who viewed you, right? So what that happens is every time 5 people view you, say 10 people view you, you're only going to see the last 5. So if you get the job seeker account, it's about $30 a month. So I would get the 30-day and try this, what I'm about to tell you to do. Your keywords on your LinkedIn profile into your tagline, your past title, your skills, and your summary. You need to be filled up. This is how people so for example, I'm not this anymore. I didn't have this anymore, but in Philadelphia, I had ranked as #1 for SEO in LinkedIn for Philadelphia. So what you would do is you put your geo target and your keyword or whatever the thing is. So if you want to dominate a certain area, you can do that. If you want to stay national, you can do that as well. But I'm just encouraging you because LinkedIn is a search engine for people, human resources to work with. Okay, so who's looking for you on LinkedIn? Potential clients, as I mentioned, publishers, conferences, media planners, and the media. Let me tell you what happened to me. I was just set up. If you went to my profile, David D. Simons on LinkedIn, if you went to my profile, you see it says I help speakers, trainers, coaches, and I do training and stuff like that. And what happened was this company contacted me and said, we want you to do some training for us. I went through the process and at first I was really skeptical. I was like, why did they pick me? I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything. But the truth was they came to my LinkedIn because they saw that's how my LinkedIn was set up. And they saw that I was serving this audience. So they wanted me to do corporate training. So the fruits of that will kick in July 26th. I'll be doing some corporate training with I can't disclose what company, but I can tell you it's Fortune 500. And this is the case. You can attract opportunities, open doors just by setting up what I just told you before. You can increase your flow just by setting up those things. You can increase media chances and opportunities. So utilize also, not only have your setup, the people you want to find are also available on advanced search, and just need to target them. Now, here's what you do when you target them. You find the exact type of people you want to work with, or you want to serve, or even have conversations with, and then this is what you need to do. You go and view them. Don't try to add them. Just go view them. Just view a bunch of people within your space, and then who views you back, right? And then also know this: anybody who views you, that is a very strong indicator. So if somebody views you, that's a very strong indicator. If they don't view you back after you viewed them, then maybe there's nothing really there that can happen. But when somebody views you, you need to have a response for every single person that views you. You can increase your opportunities just by doing this. Go back and say, thank you for viewing my profile. Notice that, find something that you have in common. And notice that we're both in consulting, or we're both in coaching, or we're both into sports, fantasy sports. Time to chat so we can learn more about one another. You're selling. You're not trying to be a superhero. You're just telling people that, hey, I noticed you, you noticed me, let's connect. A very powerful, powerful tool to leverage. So I hope you've understood. We went over a lot of different things. We went over the Facebook cover photos, Twitter cover photos. We went over Facebook fan page Fridays where you can network. We went over LinkedIn, leveraging views, selling up your profiles. Everything I promised you that we would go over today, I have delivered on my word. And now I want to share with you things that can help you take it to the next level. So there's three things that I do in my business. I coach people. I walk you through the process. I consult. Me and my team do the work for you, or courses. I train you virtually to do it yourself. The 3 C's, as I like to call it. My special webinar offer, all 3 of the things that I do. So my special webinar offer for you guys that have joined on, I will personally coach you to social media success. I'll consult with you and help you to do the work. And I will also give you access to a course/academy that has all the items we went over today. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. That's 3 lead generation systems. That's under one, each of those are under one category. I have many more lead generation systems under categories, under Twitter, under LinkedIn, under Facebook, under Instagram. There's different aspects that you can utilize and benefit from. And not to mention, in the academy, Facebook advertising is my specialty. So my top specialty. So there's a key component of that. So here are the things that are included in a part of those who come up with Lead Generation Academy. You'll get tutorials on how to set up your social media networks for lead generation. You get training on how to use the most effective social media tools, live trainings to help you master the latest techniques, unusual accountability and mastermind calls. Those who are on my part of my academy, they receive calls every other week. We have an accountability yesterday where I noticed this. This is why. Let me tell you why I created this academy. I created a course before, and I noticed that people weren't doing the work. And I don't want people to buy things from me and not do the work. I want people to get it. I want to see people get the value that they've been looking for. I don't want people to buy things. That I even say I don't want your money. I want you successful. That's my aim. I want you to be successful in what you do beyond anything else. And it only benefits both of us if people do the work and get value. So I'm really not looking for people to buy an academy or buy a course. I'm looking for people who are willing to work, who are willing to put in some sweat equity a little bit, who have some, not much time, but a little bit of time. It's not a major time requirement. Maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 hours at max a week to take their business to the next level from a social media lead generation standpoint. So like I said, there's unusual accountability. I have mastermind calls with the group. We troubleshoot issues. There's a Facebook group access network. There's lead generation techniques, like I said, for Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other platforms. We have speakers, guest speakers, and experts come in once a month. So every month they're getting high value content from others within the space. And this is the part I love the most. Friday, there's office hours. So if people have questions, you know what, David, I went through the academy and I'm struggling with this part. Can we go over that? Sure thing. Every Friday, it doesn't end. Whenever you need help, we can go through. And so I literally make it hard for people to fail. You're going to succeed if you just put the effort to put into it. Then the last part is that we will keep you up to date on everything. Social media is changing all the time. Your job should be focused on your business. You shouldn't be having to worry about what trends, what this, what that. We do all that for you. We bring that to you. You don't have to do the research. We do the research. We do the homework, and you just implement the systems. That's it. You just follow the system. You don't need to do anything else but follow the system. So that equals about $2,000 of value every single month that I'm giving. And so what's the course cost for that? I'll get to that in a second. Before I do that, I want to share with you my first course, which is called 1,000 Facebook Fans in 60 Days. It's an academy it's a course that I created to help people get 1,000 Facebook fans quickly within 60 days or less. And that goes through step by step. You learn everything in Facebook marketing, every single day you could think of. Except this course is all organic, so it doesn't touch on the ads. So the ads are part of the academy. So that course alone sells for $297. But for those who are on this webinar today, I will give you a sweet deal. You'll get the academy and this course, which has 163 lectures, 11.5 hours of content, mastering Facebook, learning email lists, master the ins and outs of all that. You're going to get all of that total value of that, plus the academy, plus the Facebook 1,000 fans in 60 days is $297. So not only am I going to do that, I'm going to give lifetime access, meaning it's a one-time payment. Usually my academy is $97 a month. So if you were to do that, and that's an option for you if you want to do it, it's $97 a month, just month in, month out to join my academy. Say, you know what, Dave, I don't really want a monthly payment. I don't want to do that. This is what I'm going to give it to you for my normal price is, you can look on my site, is $997. I'm going to give it to you for a one-time payment of $697. So that is a special deal, and this is limited to the first 30 people that act now. I am limited it to 30 because I work with my students very hands-on, so I can't handle like 45 or 100 people at a time. I have to have a certain number that's manageable because I give my students attention. So this is something you want to take advantage of. All I want you to do is just, and even if you're interested, your money or no money, I want you to just type into the box, yes, I'm interested. Type in, yes, I'm interested. I'd like to learn more, and we can set up some time to talk more about it. It is like I said, it is an academy that I am here to help people move them to success through the process. I am solely geared to helping you. From Jill, okay, great. So here's what you can do. You can send me an email, and we will schedule a time. And I would like to learn more about all those. And for all those who are not in the chat box, same thing. Just send me an email, david@kingdomsocialmedia.com. Saying, yes, I'm interested, would like to chat more. That's it. That's all I'm asking you to do. For those who are who are like, you know what, David, I don't need anything. I don't need to talk about my business. I just want to get this now. You can click the Get Access Now button, and you can get the special offer. This is going to only be available this week. I'm not offering this pricing end of this week, and I'm counting Sunday as the end of this week. So that is the deal there. So any questions? I know I went over a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. Would like for any questions you can put in the chat box, and we can go over those things as so. And like I said, if you're interested, just shoot me an email, david@kingdomsocialmedia.com. And we will walk through the process. Go to KSM Coaches, and that's the coupon code if you want to get the access to the academy and be able to help you there. Okay, no one's interested. Wonderful. So we'll get you access to that as well. So once again, shoot me an email. So if there aren't any other questions, we'll conclude. I thank you all for coming on. Those in the chat box, we had fun chatting. Those who weren't able to chat box, we still had fun. I hope you gained a lot of value today. Okay, you don't get Facebook Fan Page Friday. So simply book right now, type in hashtag Fan Page Friday or Facebook Friday, and then look up all the different graphics that pop up. And you'll see other pages that are posting about it, and then your business there, and then you engage. And then if you want the slides to today's session, this is what I want you to do. Just email me at david@kingdom. So obviously I could send it to everybody on the list, but I like to work with, I like when people are hungry. They're hungry, they want help, they reach. Reaching is a form of humility. It's a form of hunger. So if you want the slides, just email david@kingdomsocialmedia.com, and I'll be able to help you with the Fan Page Friday, because you'll have the slides. So question who's saying, and thank you all for joining. Friend to tell a friend. We're doing another webinar tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time for those who want to join in. So feel free to tell your friends, family, that will be doing it on the webinar. Okay. Thank you all. Blessed rest of the day, and we will chat again soon. Thank you.